Graphk and Wasted, man. We back at it. Let's go. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted, or the Wasted and Graphk show. However you cut it, it's the same thing. Salute to my big bro, Wasted Talent. What's good, bro?
Chilling, brother. You know, I'm just trying to finish this apple because I'm fucking starving. I want to talk some Raider football, bro. You know.
There you have it, man. Salute to everybody, man. Whether you're watching on Oak Las Vegas or Raider Nation Unlimited, it does not matter. We just salute you guys for being here. A lot to talk about. We're going to talk about this short that Wasted put up on Twitter and Instagram. Little Tay talk. We're going to talk about this injury report, for the Raiders and Pittsburgh Steelers for Sunday night. And we're going to talk about a few other things as well. We're going to let the chat kind of dictate where we go with this show, man. Look, I've been gone for 2 days. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what? It's time to get rolling again, man. I'm getting ready for this trip. I'm leaving early in the morning. Somebody else backstage is actually leaving really early in the morning as well. Oh, he said, nope. Okay, I'll bring you back on in a minute. Salute to Hammer. He's actually leaving the East Coast tomorrow. We're getting ready, man, to head out to Las Vegas for this Pittsburgh Steelers showdown Sunday night, man. Real quick, you guys, make sure you wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button. I believe Waste is like a few subscribers away from 8K. I think literally a few. So you can
go on there and check it out there now, brother.
Yeah, you might. Hey, man, that Chandler Jones video hit something vicious, bro.
Oh, my God, you did, man. Yo, so we are still 9 away from 8K.
There we go. So if there's any people in the chat right now, leave my show if you are not subscribed to Wasted yet. Make sure you go over to the Raider Nation Unlimited and hit that sub button. Get our brother up to 8K. We're going to talk about a little bit about the Chandler Jones situation as well. We just placed him on the non-injury football list. So at this point, he is not taking a roster spot up, you guys. So there is a roster spot available right now. And I don't know if we decide on bringing one of these guys up off the practice squad. Maybe we go to the streets and look at maybe a free agent or two out there. We know Carlos Dunlap is out there. We know there's a few veteran edge rushers available. We'll talk about that as well. But salute to the chat, you guys. Raider Geo said, I'm about to make 9 accounts. Talk that shit.
My God.
Right, and Pride of Purpose. That's another guy that I would not be against going out and get right now. Matt Leonidas. That'd be a great pickup right now. He's still a free agent. What is he? He's 30 years old, somewhere around there, 29, 30 years old.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, so he's a young guy, man. He still has a lot of football left in him. The only problem is for me to be looking outside of the building, because we know how these guys are. I don't want any excuses. Go and bring these kids you drafted up. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, like, maybe, like, because NJS is a guy that they just don't dress. They better start playing these young boys first before they go outside of the building for anybody, man. Because to me, you said you wanted a draft class. You said you needed speed. You needed people who could react quickly, all of those things. You should have taken that into account before you brought these guys in. I want to see what these guys in the building can do first and foremost before they go out the building to get anybody. Yeah,
no, definitely, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. I'm thinking we're about to get wasted at 8K here shortly, man. So salute. Yes, Kyle Van Noy as well, you guys. That is definitely a guy to keep an eye on. Very familiar with the scheme. Keep an eye on Kyle Van Noy, another edge rusher that we could add to the mix, because we definitely need some help right now on the defensive side of the ball. And real quick, you guys, me and Hammer had our call-in show set up for the night. I'm out here with my kids, going to spend the rest of the night with my kids before I leave to Vegas. So I had to cancel that show. So if anyone asks about me and Hammer's show tonight, that's why we're just going to all three do a show together right now, is because of that. So I'm going to spend some time with the little ones before I head out to Vegas tomorrow morning. So if anyone's wondering where that show went, where it disappeared, it's because I'm going to spend some time with the kids before I get out of here, man. So real quick, also, I'm going to present this real quick, Wasted. We're going to talk about this injury report that came out yesterday for those who have not gotten a chance to see it yet. Boom. You see it right here, brother?
Yes, sir.
So
Patrick Peterson is out. Did not practice. He's not out yet.
Nothing. Hold on, but real quick, though, nothing was released up to this point today. So there's no update yet. The Steelers have not dropped their injury report, and we have not up to this point yet. So this is going off of yesterday. So go ahead, brother, if you want to read.
But see, the thing is, I'm looking. Patrick Peterson, big miss. Marcus Golden, huge. Larry Ogunjobi, the great and powerful Larry Ogunjobi. Show me that if they're dinged up or whether they play or not, we definitely need to go in here and we need to establish the run.
Yes.
You have no Cameron Hayward. You have no Marcus Golden. You don't have Patrick Peterson on the outside. You know what I mean? Minka Fitzpatrick is hurt. And I think Minka's going to play. You know, I heard what happened to Minka. Minka had got like a cleat to his chest. He had a chest
injury. Yeah.
And they wanted to make sure that it wasn't like any internal bleeding or anything more serious than what he had. I think Minka will be playing. I have doubts that Patrick Peterson will be playing. But Marcus Golden, I don't necessarily know exactly what happened to Marcus Golden. You know, I heard he had a knee injury. I don't know how serious it was because I don't really follow the Steelers as much as I probably should. But if Marcus Golden is out, that's a big miss for them too.
My dog was literally over here chewing my son's.
Oh man, you can't.
Man.
Come on, bro.
She waits every time for me to go live, and she sits right here, far enough away from me to be able to eat something because I can't grab her. Little asshole. Salute to Chloe though. But no, I agree with you, bro. I do believe that Fitzpatrick's going to play. Darnell Washington, knee injury. That's something to monitor right there. Larry O, man, that's been a big pickup for them up to this point. And yeah, he's dealing with that foot injury. Let's get to our side of things real quick, you guys. For those who are listening and not watching, Patrick Peterson is on the injury report. Did not practice Wednesday. DeMonte, how do you say his last name? Kazi?
Kazi.
Yeah, Kazi. Safety, dealing with a calf injury. He did not practice yesterday. Fitzpatrick, chest injury, like Wasted said, took a cleat to the chest, I believe, on that play that took Nick Chubb out. So the free safety did not practice yesterday. Marcus Golden, another edge rusher that they have over there, dealing with a knee injury, did not practice. Isaac Samalu, the guard, did not practice as well. Rookie Darnell Washington out of Georgia, dealing with a knee injury, did not practice. Gunner, wide receiver. I mean, he's kind of like just a
yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Roney.
You know, dealing with a concussion, and then Larry O dealing with the foot injury. On our side of things, Devontae Adams is good to go, you guys. He will play this Sunday. Jacorian Bennett dealing with a hamstring injury. He did not practice. Oh, I think he was limited yesterday. He was limited. Divine Diablo was limited with the rib injury. All these guys were limited, though, outside of Chris Smith and Tyree Wilson, who are both dealing with the illness. I believe I was told they have the flu. So I think they're both out of the building right now due to an illness. They should both play, though.
We do have breaking news because the today's injury report just came out literally 2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Jacorian Bennett was limited. You had Divine Diablo, Marcus Epps, Jacoby Myers were all full participants. Bilal Nichols is limited. Chris Smith limited. Tyree did not participate with that illness. For the Steelers, Patrick Peterson was a full participant today. DeMonte Kazi, full participant. Fitzpatrick, Golden, Sumalo. Fitzpatrick and Golden were limited. Sumalo was full. Darnell Washington was limited. Gunner did not participate. Larry Ogunjobi did not participate. That one just came out 2 minutes ago, courtesy of Levi Damien on Twitter.
Okay,
why don't you warm it up there, Hammer? Hammer coming in with the haymaker.
Hi, big bro. Nice to see you too.
Hammer. I was looking for it. I was literally on Twitter. I always on the Pittsburgh side of things, and the Raiders looking for the injury report. I'm like, damn, they haven't came out yet. So there we go. Breaking news. And real quick too, man. For those who didn't know, I know this isn't Raider related. Prayers been going out to Trayvon Diggs. superstar cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, tore his ACL today. He is out for the season. It was a clean tear, I believe it was reported. So that's a good thing. You know, the doctors would rather have it be a clean tear, but he will be back fully recovered next season. That's a big blow for that defense, man, because I'm gonna be real. I had the Cowboys taking the NFC this year. That's a big blow. Gilmore's gonna have to carry a lot of that load on the defensive side of the ball in the secondary, man. That sucks for them. Maybe they can do maybe they can find another trade partner out there, you guys, like they did with Stephon Gilmore, giving up like a fifth, I believe. Maybe they can find somebody out there. I don't know, but yeah, man, prayers going up for Trayvon Diggs, man. That sucks, you know. Especially with them, the way they're looking on the defensive side of the ball. Salute the pace, man. Chubb was gutting Pittsburgh up the middle before his leg got destroyed. Well, not even just that pace. Jerome, their backup, you know, the young kid that came over, Jerome Ford, I believe he's from Cincinnati, right? In college. He cooked. He had over 100 yards on the ground. I believe he had like a 70-yard carry or some shit like that. Like, he was frying them. So Pittsburgh's defensive line is definitely weak against the run. And that offense is nasty right now. Like, that offense is disgusting. Like, they can't get anything going. I think they're the lowest scoring team in the league right now, right?
Oh, they actually are. And the funny thing is that their quarterback lived up to his God-given name, Kenny Pickett. He is going to be throwing pickets all over the damn field. Picks everywhere. He's a bum. So, you know, they have one of the worst offenses in professional football. But the thing is, with the bad offense in professional football, the Raiders are normally the elixir to solve all of their woes. We got to hope that the Raiders don't Raider this thing up and they start looking like the way they're supposed to. Because, man, let me tell you, Pittsburgh's offense was slated to be one of the best in the National Football League based off of Kenny Pickett making that jump and Najee Harris making that jump and George Pickens and all of those guys. And it's not looking like it's now. Oh, yes.
And, you know, Najee's not been able to get anything going in the ground game. Deontay Johnson is out. They have no Cam Hayward, so that is a big part of that defense that is gone. But yeah, you're right. In recent history, you guys, we can go back years. It's like every year, right? A team that's struggling with something, they fix it against us. So I think they've been averaging like 16 points a game up to this point. Watch them put up a 30 piece. You know what I mean? That would be terrible, bro.
Don't put that shit out there, bro. Please don't put that in the universe.
Check this out. I had a tweet that I retweeted today from a guy named Jared Bailey.
Yeah.
19.6 yards per drive, worse than the NFL.
Yeah.
8 offensive points per game, worse than NFL. 0.4 points per minute of possession, worse in the NFL. That comes from Warren Sharp. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking like fresh meat to us, right?
Yeah.
But the way the Raiders normally are and the way Patrick Graham plays that soft zone, that I'm a little concerned. You know what I mean? We are very susceptible to get ran on. And also, we got to fix our situations on our side of our defense. Our defense is not looking so great, man. Well,
I'll tell you right now, man, the offense is not looking too good either. So they better pick it up. I said earlier on in the week, my sweet spot was 24 points. They got to put up 24 points to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's where you have to start right there.
Yeah, that's where you have to start. I think we need 30 to 34 points. Like, we have to turn this shit around and turn it around quickly. Like, our receivers, look, Tay and Jacoby are going to be back. I don't know what the deal is with JJ. He's still getting the rust off of him. Defensively, I don't know what the fuck Patrick Graham is doing, man. I really don't. Like, the defensive line and how deep that depth chart was, it was like, okay, I think we're going to be just fine. And damn, was I fucking wrong. I was more concerned about the linebacking group, and Spillane and Diablo are doing their thing right now. But like, this interior is our Achilles heel right now. And so is Patrick Graham continuing this fucking zone defensive schemes. This shit is fucking old, worn out. Change this shit up, bro.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Do not be shocked these next few weeks, Patrick Graham being very closely monitored. For him to go up in the suites and call the game up there so he can so-called see the field better and blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't be shocked if he was back on the sideline this week. They're trying to work with him to see what they have. Do not be shocked in the next few weeks, you guys, if Patrick Graham is out of here, if that defense does not get their shit together.
Look, we already knew this was going to happen. We knew that Patrick Graham was the sacrificial lamb.
Easy.
You know, the nation, we want our pound of flesh. So if this season goes off the rails, and I don't think they're going to fire him in the middle of the season. They're going to wait to the end of the season, because if he gets fired in the middle of the season and we're still shit, guess what? We're going to want the coaches to get fired, the actual coach to get fired. They're going to keep him around, and then when the angry mob of Raider fans comes for him, they're going to take him and throw him under the bus. He's going to be the sacrificial lamb.
I think they give it to Rob Ryan in the middle of the season. I think they say, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
I was about to say the same thing. Look, if he gets fired in the middle of the season, Rob Ryan, you're our new defensive coordinator, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
But if nothing turns around, will that be enough to satisfy Raider Nation? I don't know. And this is another thing. This is another caveat of this. I don't think that they don't have the right mixture of guys, and that defense can work. But, Emery, when you're rushing 4 and dropping 7, you have to get pressure up the middle.
Absolutely.
You have to. That's imperative.
Yeah.
How on God's green earth is John Jenkins starting? That guy was out of the league. That dude was, no disrespect to him.
No, he was literally about to retire.
Yo, this guy should be greeting at a Walmart right now. And you draft all of these young guys. It's time to play the young guys. We know that John Jenkins is never going to be a Pro Bowler. He's never going to be an All-Pro. He's never going to be a real starter. But we don't know that with the young guys. You got to let them go out there and make their mistakes. Yeah. I have no problem with the Raiders letting Tyree Wilson make his mistakes. I think that's the right approach. I think it is, unless he's injured and he's lying, and then he should be sitting out. Let the man make his mistakes. The only thing is, you got to give that same liberty to Nesta Jade. You got to give that same. You got to give that same liberty to all the young guys. Man, I'm tired of them playing these geriatric bums. And to be honest with you, Bilal Nichols. If there was a way that we can cut him, I think we should. He's freaking terrible, man.
Hey, real quick. There's 4 players I'm gonna tell you guys to keep an eye on this week. We opened up that roster spot with Chandler Jones. We'll probably activate Isaac Rochelle, right? We need that. We need that extra presence as an edge rusher. Keep an eye on Sincere McCormick, because with Josh struggling and Zeus struggling, he fumbled the ball, bro. He only had a few reps. You know what I'm saying, last week. I would not be shocked to see them bring up Sincere McCormick. Also keep an eye on Nesta Jade. I think it is time to bring him off the practice squad and inject some youth into that defensive tackle position. The veterans are getting it done. Adam Butler's not. Jenkins is not. Bilal Nichols sucks. There's another name to keep an eye on as well, you guys. And I thought this was a pretty sneaky pickup. Mykal Walker, new linebacker that we pulled in.
From Atlanta, yes,
yes. He's been in the league for a few years. Played all 3 seasons in Atlanta. We just pulled him off of their practice squad. 187 total tackles in his career. 1 forced fumble, 11 pass defense. He had a TD, 3 picks. This is a guy that I think can be a sneaky pickup. He has 1 sack in his career as well. That may be another name to keep an eye on. So Nesta Jade, we know Mykal Walker, we were just talking about, Sincere McCormick, and I think it's going to be Isaac Rochelle coming off of the practice squad as well to add that additional pass rush.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm really good with that.
I like what I saw out of him in the preseason, so I'm glad that he's gotten called up. Like I want to see what he can do for us on this defensive line. Maybe he's the breath of fresh air that this defensive line needs right now.
Let me get these supers in real quick, you guys. Salute to everybody here in the building. Shout out to my brothers in the building, man. We got Hammer on today. We were supposed to do a show tonight. We got a lot going on. We're traveling tomorrow, so everything. So we had to cancel that show. So we're just putting it together right now, all 3 of us.
Oh no, it's not canceled. We got a simulcast running right now, bro.
Oh,
we're on my channel as well. Like I didn't want to pass up on this at all. And yeah, we both got to be up at the ass crack of dawn. So
yeah. Beautiful. Salute to Daniel. DT group to the IR. Strain lady parts. Lack of heart. Salute to him. Salute to Savage Raider. Can he pick it? Yes, he can. Salute to Savage Raider for the bar. Salute to GA Patriot. NFL Fantasy Show said anybody can run against the Bills except Jacobs. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Holy shit, GA. Salute to old school 1961. What comes first, a Raider Super Bowl or a Raider interception?
Damn. Yeah. Look, I don't know if you guys.
We had one last week with Roger Teamer, just got called back.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody knows about this right now throughout the rest of the league, because I know everybody in here is straight Raiders and that's all they pay attention to. And that's not an insult at all. But the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants, are the only team in the league right now that don't have a sack. So let's just leave the shit alone. Let's not worry about interceptions right now, man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's nasty work. Salute to Marvin, man. I'm definitely concerned. Pitt's D can wreak havoc. This is facts. While their offense is not all that, but our defense isn't either. And these guys can, I think they have like 5 turnovers already this season, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. We have 0. We have none. We have 2. We have none, right? None. We have not one. Not one turnover.
Yeah, we didn't recover them. We forced a couple, but we didn't.
And we have
the penalties on us.
Yeah, no, Pittsburgh's defense is solid, especially with us thinking that Fitzpatrick, is going to play. Fitzpatrick,
Watt and all of those guys, they wreak havoc. And the thing about it is, even without Cameron Hayward, they're able to run that gap control scheme that they run. They still control the line of scrimmage. So that's the thing about the Raiders. The Raiders offense is a tempo offense.
Yeah.
Once they get rolling, you saw how they had a good tempo the first drive of the game. They drove right down the field. The problem with it is that once the bottom falls out of that tempo, things fall to shit. That's one of the reasons why they brought Jimmy Garoppolo in, to be able to execute this offense in the right tempo. He doesn't have to think. He knows where all his checks are. Josh Jacobs is imperative.
Yes.
Without him, you can't develop a rhythm.
Yeah. No, it's mandatory. Salute to John. We got to come out and play unlike either of our first 2 games on defense. Get picks and capitalize on field position and red zone. Hair on fire. Salute, John. Factory. Salute to our brother John. Salute to our brother Q as well. Send David Long to the Cowgirls for Neville Gallimore. Salute to Q. I don't think they're gonna be calling us for David Long Jr., my brother, to be real with you. Salute to Q. I don't think that's gonna get it done. I think they'll stick with what they have before they do that. Salute to Orlando as well. What up, Graphk? Hammer Wasted. Hey, Wasted, you drink your insured drink. Do you think Josh Jacobs will run better this game? And how do you think this defense will do?
Well, I definitely think Josh Jacobs will run better because, one, he's knocking the rust off, right? Yep. And Pittsburgh has a woeful run defense. Also, I just feel like Josh McDaniels, if he's the offensive genius that they claim, he realized the mistake that he made. He abandoned the run too early last game. He got pass happy. Jimmy started getting hit. Jimmy started turning the ball over. You got to protect Jimmy from himself, and you also have to keep your defense off the field. This has always been our problem. And if this year doesn't go the way I think it should, I don't want to kind of derail the show, but I think that the Raiders need to really make a commitment to really building this defense and not, going out there and say, hey, look, we went and got a guy. No, really go out there and spend some money, because all the money's on the offensive side of the football. So, you can't have an offense that's like this that can't really carry the team.
Well, I mean, realistically, they thought they did. Wasted. I mean, we don't know yet. It's only 2 weeks into the season, but they went and got guys that are starting at each level of the defense in free agency, and they drafted a whole new defensive side of the ball. I mean, you got, So, you got Nesta over there who can be a guy that could potentially be a starter for you in the future. You got Byron Young, who we thought was going to be a guy that could potentially start for you. And then you got guys all over the place, Amari Burney and, Tyree Wilson, who's been a dub up to this point. You know what I'm saying? But Chris Smith, a lot of these guys, they thought they did. Next year, they got to get it right. You know what we need to do? Next week, let's do a free agent show next year. I want to go out. I want to see what talent they have. But we're going to have a lot of money out there.
I got to push back on you, though. See, the thing about it is that when you really commit, right, you're the free agents that you're bringing, you're not getting in where you fit in. You go out there and you take a big swing at the biggest free agent there is. The same way how this regime is offensive minded, they took the swing and they went and got Devontae freaking Adams.
Yeah,
that's the kind of difference maker that we need on this side of the football.
And Chandler Jones, the guy they thought that was going to be, Chandler Jones.
But dude, there's no way they thought that Chandler Jones was really going to move the needle in that way, being the age that he is. Because if they did, they would have forgot about that and got Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack is younger and is a better player at this point in his career.
But Khalil's dealt with some injuries as well. Let's not act as though he's been, very durable as of late. I mean, he fights through a lot.
I'll take an injured fighting off Khalil Mack over Chandler Jones any day of the week and twice.
I agree.
So the thing is that what they do is they kind of gesture at addressing the defense, but they don't really go all in on addressing their defense.
And Mr. Casual said it the best way right there, Wasted. Look, Patrick is free real estate. Graham has been making any QB look good, and that's been a major problem. We just don't have the pieces for it. He's agreeing with you. I agree.
Yeah, they have to say, you know what? we are building our defense. That is the most important thing. That's what it has to be at this point, because for the last 20 years, they've neglected the defense. And what's happened? We haven't really been able to put anything together. And when we committed to our defense in the early 2000s, back in the days, that was really the lifeblood of this team. People talk about Rich Gannon and Jerry Rice and Charlie Gardner, them guys, but that defense was ill. And that's what we need, man.
Hey, Hammer, historically, and shout out to James Lillard real quick. You're definitely right. Historically, Rob Ryan and them, the Ryan brothers ran a 3-4, right?
Yes.
So clearly we wouldn't have. Well, we have a few guys that can fit what he does, but some of these guys, though, I think that we would be better running the 3-4.
I agree.
Divine Diablo will be excellent in the 3-4.
Bro, phenomenal.
Yep.
I look, James, you're right. He may not have every piece that he needs to put that puzzle together for that 3-4, but I want to see some more 3-4 looks. Period. Like, and maybe he does unlock that. Salute to Pablo on the dub special as well. Salute to James with the great comment. Show is dope. Can't get my content from that friends guy. Kind of corny, but hope to see more Trey Tucker utilization this week. I definitely want to say this real quick. Shout out to Mitch. That's our brother. That's our corny brother, and we love him to death. And we'll see him this weekend. Salute to my brother. I love him to death. That's my guy. And also, I agree with you, Pablo, on the Trey Tucker thing, because he had one carry for 34 yards. You can clearly see the explosiveness. He's a playmaker. Get him more involved, especially if you're not going to get Hunter Renfrow involved. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know if we see too much. We got Jacoby coming back, and I think that they like this kid a lot. He had a big game week 1 before, the concussion and missing last week. What do you guys think about Trey Tucker? Do you think he's going to see the field that much this week? I mean, I'm expecting them to go total Devontae and total Jacoby here Sunday night.
Say it again. I
missed it. Well, look, this is the thing I do, because he got a lot of reps in practice. They kind of featured him, and to be honest with you, Jacoby, I'm not expecting for him to get as many snaps as he got previous. Like
I do.
He got his bell rung pretty good.
Definitely.
So they got to go out there and kind of see if he has that malaise, that haze over him. You know how the NFL is. It's like, are you hurt or are you injured?
Yeah.
I
think we've all had a concussion before playing ball, right? So we know the effects of that and what it can bring to you.
I mean, bro, I've got concussions at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So, bro, I understand. So it takes a while to get that malaise off of you. And I know he's a professional athlete and he's a football player and he's tough. But I think judging off of what they were doing last week, they see what they have.
Yeah. But just don't make him a gimmick player. Waste it. Like, I don't want to. He's better. He's more than a gimmick.
What is it that they have? Because again, like we see, Hunter Renfrow was in the lineup last Sunday and was not utilized again. One reception. And there's some article out there now that Josh McDaniels is frustrated that Hunter's not being involved more in the offense. Like, what the fuck are you saying right now? You're the head coach.
He's the one that draws the plays.
You're the play caller. He threw Jimmy Garoppolo under the bus in famous fashion, and he backed over him. It's like, bro, everybody knows Josh McDaniels. That was the problem with Carr. He'd be in his ear all the time. He is a micromanager of his offense. He tells you where and what and how that play, what's your first, your secondary, all of that. So I don't want to hear that. I don't think Hunter.
I think that's kind of questionable in regards to Carr, man. Like what we saw out of Carr was what we've seen out of Carr for the 9 years he's been there.
No, I'm not saying that it was the reason why he didn't play well. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that concept of being a micromanager is something that Carr was not used to. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got his checks. At first, Gruden tried to do it. It didn't really work that well, and they kind of let him do his thing at the offensive line. That is not how Josh McDaniels runs his situation. There's no Peyton Manning shit happening here.
It happened with Todd Downing. He took the air out of Derek Carr as well when he came in once DC got that big deal. Real quick, let me read these supers real fast, man. Salute to Zahn. Do you think we solved the stacking the box problem this week? It's a copycat league. We're going to keep seeing it until we can overcome it. And Zahn, I think you're pretty much touching on Jimmy G's arm strength, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like no one's afraid of his arm. I think that's kind of what you're pointing at, right? Like they've been stacking the box on us because they're not afraid of Jimmy G throwing the football. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jimmy G's strength, and we talked about this a million times, you guys, is, the short intermediate passes. Yeah, he can throw a bomb here and there, but that's not his strength, the strength of his game. With Jacoby back out there, I think the offense is going to look different. You know what I mean? It's going to look different with Tay on one edge and Jacoby on the other. I think the offenses are going to look the exact same like it did against Buffalo. They're going to have to play a different game.
Yeah, the problem that I see with what they're doing with Hunter Renfrow is they're running him on these deep routes, and he's always made his money underneath. And I don't understand why they're not using him and utilizing him. He's always been a third down kind of a guy. He's always been that underneath guy that gets free and does a lot of that backyard kind of football. I don't know if that skill set is something that is congruent with what Josh is trying to do. And the problem is that if you don't want the guy and you don't feel like he fits, and he was just here and, you have him here for salary cap ramifications, don't cheapen the asset by making him look like he's a terrible football player.
Yeah.
Try to, if you're a great play caller, and this is the thing that I don't know because I'm not in the building, right? But I wonder if Josh McDaniels has gotten over the Belichickian kind of tyrant role. Does he listen to his players? Does he try to accentuate their strengths instead of trying to make them fit into a cookie cutter mold of what he wants? That's a huge thing that I'm very curious about. And if he can find a way to acclimate Hunter Renfrow into this offense, it shows that he's listening and he's changed.
Yeah.
Salute real quick to Men of Order Sports as well. We see you, brother. They came in
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to my guy AG, man.
Yeah, salute to John as well. Why does Graham play soft zone with corners who have been proven to be press man players? What in the actual is Ivy League doing? Quit coaching us out of W's. You want to respond to that, Hammer?
I wish I could, but realistically right now, I don't know what the fuck it is that he's doing. And it's frustrating for all of us because he came in here. We saw the interviews with him being questioned, what type of defense do you run, this, that, and the third? And it's just like anything that you're trying to run right now is bullshit. You're continuing to stay in this zone for what? I'm not seeing a lot of stunts on the defensive line. Like, I know we've had the conversations where we said we've seen a little bit more blitzing, but I'm not seeing enough of it right now.
No.
I'm loving the fact that we do have Hobbs back at the slot because you can call him a slot corner. I'm calling him an outside linebacker with a lot of the shit that he's been doing recently, especially when it comes to his coverage play. When his number's been dialed up to blitz, he's made things happen. He's there 9 times out of 10, and I'm happy that they decided to put him back in that spot.
Yeah. Hey, Omar, I definitely agree with you, bro. I just put a tweet out the other day about this. Like, if we would have been drafting, we would have had CeeDee Lamb, we would have had Javon Holland, we would have had Tariq Woolen, and we would have had Jalen Carter. So I agree. Oh, at some point, man, look, put up a poll at least, and just let the nation put their bid in every round next season moving forward, because I think as a fan base we could definitely draft better. Salute to Omar. Salute to LT as well, man. My dog on the $1 donation, brother. I appreciate you. Raider, man, you just trying to kill my McCormick shit, bro. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Salute to LT, man, my dog. Appreciate you, brother, as always supporting what we do over here with Shillmore, man. Salute. Let me see. Walt says Patrick Graham needs to rotate Byron Young at DT and DE. And they did that in Alabama, right? Byron Young played on the outside, played on the inside. He's a proven pass rusher at the collegiate level. You know what I'm saying? And up to this point, you guys, the only reps that he's gotten has been at DT.
The thing I've always liked about Young is he reminds me of a young Justin Tuck. He's very versatile. He's very versatile, and he's like that tweener kind of an edge, kind of a defensive tackle. The thing that I wonder is how confused he might be being a younger guy, because Patrick Graham's defense is very, very complicated. And the problem is that Patrick Graham having all these young guys, and that's why I say really committed to the defense. These guys, you can't disguise your blitzes if they don't really understand the scheme. Yeah. It's going to be hard.
Yeah. It's funny that you said they're complicated, but like Paul said, though, when he calls blitzes, it's so damn obvious. You see Spillane, you see Divine Diablo. These guys are already so close to the line. It looks like they're coming for the quarterback.
Yeah, very vanilla. But I'm just saying, and not to overtalk, but it's, dude, the problem is that do these guys really understand what's going on? Because it looks like he's serving up a lot of vanilla because everyone's not on the same page. That's how it looks to the naked eye.
I agree. Like, at the same time, like, look, if you're a linebacker and Wasted, you were a linebacker. I was a linebacker. You know you can fuck around pre-snap and maybe show that you're going to blitz, even if you're not. But if you're going to, you still aren't going to fucking show your hand like that. Like, get back to your 5 yards, 4.5 yards off the ball. Like, don't constantly show that shit because, like Paul just said, like, it's giving the shit away. Like, fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Shout out to Leon. He said, can't be that complicated if they're only running zone. Well,
see, the thing about it is when it is complicated, because when you're running a zone, if you blitz a lot, you're leaving a huge hole if things don't work out in the pass defense. And this is a passing league. So a lot of the times you got to dial up these blitzes very, very. It's a very, very, very finite skill to be able to disguise your blitz like that. You know who was great at doing that? You know, freaking Dick LeBeau was great at disguising blitzes. You know what I mean? Like those great defensive coordinators. And for all you guys that are calling for Rob Ryan was terrible with us. Rob Ryan is I want Rex Ryan as my defensive coordinator. I don't really want Rob Ryan as my defensive coordinator.
Well, we got to go back to this, right? Wasn't Rob the defensive coordinator on that Stu-led defense where we had like the number 2 defense in the league?
Was he?
Bro, look, they've had that relationship for many years. I could have swore we had like a top 2, top 3 defense.
If he was there that year, that was the only year because there was some times where we had a putrid freaking defense with Rob.
Oh no. Most of the time we've had terrible defenses, but that year the problem was our offense was terrible. We had, I think, we had Andrew Walters at quarterback.
I don't think that he was our defensive coordinator. I don't. I got to remember who was, but I don't think it was him.
Okay, so Randy says Shaw was. So I don't know. I don't know, but I know
David
that
Shaw, right?
Yeah.
The one that wound up coaching at Stanford.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it David Shaw?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Salute real quick to Patrick B. I'm gonna look that up. Salute to Patrick B. With very little pass rush coming from the front, we need to be way more aggressive with the blitz calling. This is fact. Yeah. I would rather take the chance to get beat man to man than 8 guys getting beat in the zone. Talk that shit, Pat.
2004 to 2008, he was our defensive coordinator.
Salute to Thor. He said, "I'm
Bresnahan? It was Bresnahan.
Who was it? What? No, it was Rob Ryan. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah,
he served as a defensive coordinator for the Oakland Raiders from 2004 to 2008.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like they had a really good defense. We had a really good defense that year. I remember Stu was like he loved Rob Ryan. He loved his scheme and everything, but the offense was just ass.
Shout out to Pablo. Shout out to GA on the $5. Our running game looks exactly like the first 4 games last year. McDaniels and JJ didn't get on the same page till week 5, and JJ still led the NFL.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beantown as well. He's a fucking Patriots fan. Fuck you. From an outsider perspective, starting slow has killed the Raiders' momentum. All undisciplined mistakes at the worst times have to stop. Thoughts? What do you guys think about that?
I'm not going to respond to him. Salute to Omar. I know it's early, but if we have a top 5 pick, watch us pass on Drake May. I'm feeling it safe. My brother, we don't agree, but we are all Raiders. Salute to Omar. And you know, what's funny is Wasted says something that was comedy to me on the phone the other day, right? He said, watch us be in position. If we were in position to draft Caleb Williams and they don't take him. That would be our luck, right? We're number 1. We're number 1. And you don't take Caleb. I
don't want.
They probably would take a Drake May because he fits the system more of what they want as a quarterback. But if you got Caleb Williams there, come on, man.
Yeah, look, man, it's they always have to outthink themselves. You know what I'm saying? Look, I see what's going on here, man, and this game is really imperative because if they don't win this game, you can see them going on a tear of losing. You know, this is a game. It's a home opener. So this is the Steelers. This is a rivalry. This is a game you need to win. You need to win this game. They're not going to be more games where you have a situation that's disadvantageous. And when we talk about what this team's going to do going forward, we don't have a whole lot of options. Like, I don't think making Rob Ryan our defensive coordinator is going to change much. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. Salute to Omar, man. I know it's. Oh, I think I read that one. Oh, he said, watch us pass on Drake May. I'm feeling it safe, my brother. Okay. So I had it mixed up. I thought you were talking about Caleb Williams. But salute to O real quick. And salute real quick to our brother JT. I'm kind of all over the place in terms of the chat right now. My apologies to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to JT. Dude, wasted hammer Graphk. What is your third favorite ice cream? Also, do you think Jacobs looks like a Hawaiian elf with that new do? What? I didn't see his haircut.
Yeah, he kind of does. You know what he looks like, man? He looks like a treasure trove with that new do.
Wait.
He's to get it together, man.
What do you just grow it out a little bit and curl it? Is that all it is? Or do you do something else?
Wait, that boy got a curly kid. Oh, yo, breaking news. I just hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank you.
Go.
We're right on 1,000 precipice. It's right there. We need to get over like with 2 more because you know how YouTube is.
Yeah. Talk that talk, my brother. Oh.
Appreciate all of y'all, man. Thank you. We're going to have an 8,000 subscriber celebration sometime next week because
here's a better one for you for 8K, bro, and congratulations.
You're talking about that right there. You're talking about that right there. So, okay, you're talking about the braids out here looking like one of the Usos and shit. Salute to JT. Salute to J Rowe as well on the $10 donation. The Raiders talk a lot about character and won't draft a Jalen Carter, but will sign a Chandler Jones who had red flags. Arnett, etc., all had red flags. I don't understand it. Well, that's the previous regime with Damon Arnett. Exactly. But no, you're right, J Rowe.
That's been the story. Like, this is the thing, bro. And a lot of people are like, well, it's only week 2. It's only week 2. It's only week 2. Everybody's saying it's only week 2. Yo, Darth Vader's stupid, yo.
Salute to Darth Vader, my God.
But this is the thing. Where we are in the maturation of the Raiders and what Josh McDaniels and them was supposed to do, they were supposed to stop the bleeding with the bad draft picks at the top of the draft, right? And when you take somebody in the top 10, I don't want a project in the top 10 because normally when we take guys that say, yo, just be patient, he's going to be good. How many times has that shit worked out for us, bro, in the first round? Did Cleveland Farrell work out? Did Alex Leatherwood work out? He was a project.
No.
Right? Oh, Jonathan Abram. Oh, he'll be good if. I'm tired of that shit. And that's the reason why, yo, I know my football mind tells me it's only week 2. Right? Me being an objective pundit for the Raiders. If this was another team, I would be saying to you, you know what, man? It's only week 2. He's a young guy. He's got to learn. Yeah. But the ravenous Raider fan in me does not want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. And I need to see something special from him for me to be okay with it. I don't see one special attribute except how he looks. Yeah. Like he's a big dude and he has a long wingspan. But other than that,
but you know what though? We're not going to stop wasting at just Jalen Carter. We won't waste our time talking about. You look at Emmanuel Forbes. You look at Christian Gonzalez, what he's doing in New England right now. Like I think he's like the 3rd rated corner in the league. Completely. Like these are guys that we passed on. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other guys, and while our guy looks like he doesn't even want to be there. So it's just frustrating. Like I'm just hoping.
Christian Gonzalez, man, I was big on. You guys know that was my favorite corner in the draft.
Yeah.
Over Spoon.
Yeah, I like Spoon. Spoon was my favorite, but you know, I know he's been dealing with some injuries and all that or whatnot.
Christian
But
Gonzalez, like I said, he has that elite traits and elite size as a corner. He's a 6'2" corner who runs a sub 4.3 40. That gets his hips around and is not afraid to hit anybody. Yeah. Like, you don't pass on that. You did it the year before that with Tyree Wilson. I'm getting tired of it, bro. I don't want to hear that it's only week 2. And I don't want to sit around and wait for him to mature for another team to pick him up when he finally figures it out. Because that's what's going to wind up happening. And that's the reason why I'm so ravenous about him getting it together.
Hey, Solo, I didn't know that Graham was 28-55 as a defensive coordinator. I know he was on a bunch of, really bad Giants teams, but that's interesting right there. 28-55 as a DC. Fuck. Salute to Patrick, man, for another dub special. In the 24 draft, if we take offensive players in the first 2 rounds, other than Audric Estime, if you were to leave Notre Dame, to replace JJ, it's no good. We need top 5. Look, I'm sorry. Look, Pat, I'm a Notre Dame guy. I love the kid. I love our running back or whatnot, but I'm going to be real. Bad teams take running backs in the first round, and we don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. But we need top D-line talent in the first 2 rounds. This is facts. You got to get a
defensive tackle, Texas, 360 fucking pounds.
DT corner, back-to-back.
Yeah.
Get your linebacker in third.
That's if you're not in the top 3 picks. or
Yeah.
even in the top
Oh,
five.
yeah, quarterback. Yeah.
If you're in the top five, you take a quarterback. But other than that, anything less than a stud defensive tackle is uncivilized.
Yeah.
Anything less, and I'm gonna be real with you, man. The commitment would have been, even if you were gonna pass on Jalen Carter, get Mozzie Smith, move up. You moved, you did all kind of witchcraft to get Michael Mayer. Like, go get Mozzie, because that's what you needed. That's what I mean about making a commitment to your defense and not trying to outsmart everybody with these players that nobody has anywhere. Yeah. Like, it's like, come on, man.
Let me real quick, Hammer, I want to ask you this, because you are high on Tyree Wilson. I know you love Texas sports as a whole. I want to ask you, awesome, if we didn't take Tyree Wilson at 7, right, where was he going? I think he would have fell even further down, like late first round.
He would have fell into the back of the first round.
I think there was a good chance he probably still would have been in the top 10. I think maybe if the Eagles were there, I think he might have ended up with the Eagles. I do.
So all right, the Eagles have the infrastructure to develop that talent, right? But the problem with Tyree Wilson, and that's why I went nuclear at the draft.
Right.
You're going off his game tape. His game tape is shitty. Game tape isn't good, right? Okay, so then what are we going off of? The measurables. He couldn't even run at the combine. He was hurt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What measurables? What are we going off of some college stopwatch? What are we going off of? And that's my problem. If he would have went out there and blew us away at the combine, and he'd have been this big wingspan, he jumping, juking, and jiving, all right, bring the big man in. Now he gets into the NFL, and it looks like not that he has slow reaction, that he's actually slow.
Yeah.
It's like, but come on, I don't even want to talk about him no more. Yo, the only reason why you were big on him is because he went to a Texas school. You can't tell me that
No. It has nothing to do with it, here, bro. First off, Texas Tech is not one of my schools. Like, when it comes to college football, my schools are UT and USF because I'm USF alum. I saw the kid's tape. I saw him obviously in the Big 12, and the measurables played a factor. Him bullying people around on the line, for me, was like, okay, this could be a guy that we could have. Did I want Jalen Carter? Yeah, but I did feel, realistically, I'm being 100,000% transparent, I did think that we were going to pass on Jalen Carter because of the off-the-field bullshit. So I'm like, okay, 1B, Tyree Wilson. I'm sorry. Like,
that is bullshit to me. Like not for you, but for the Raiders to just exist in this world where they have to be held hostage by a mistake that they didn't make from a player who is no longer here is a bullshit way to run your organization.
Well, real quick, you guys, let's get back to Pittsburgh. But before we do that, I want to say Dick Vermeil just had an interview the other day, and he did say that Jalen Carter reminds him a lot of Reggie White.
Reggie White. I don't see.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, I don't want to talk about Pittsburgh. I want to talk about this, bro. Like real rap. I got a problem with that, bro.
I said that deliberately because I knew Waston was going to react exactly the way he did.
So you mean to tell me, right, that because somebody made a mistake, right, that there's this force field around, like well, we have to have choir boys in Las Vegas. You can get it, and this is what I was saying all the way up to the whole draft concept. You can get in trouble in New York, Detroit, and Los Angeles, Miami. What the fuck? You get in trouble in Kansas City, bro. You can't get it popping out there. You get in trouble in Man, listen, we don't have a team in St. Louis no more. But I'm just saying, it doesn't matter, bro. Trouble will find you wherever you go if you're looking for it. All you got to do is coach the kid and draft the kid based off of the man. I don't want to hear this bullshit. Oh, it's Las Vegas. Like they don't have hookers all over the country. At least it's legal here.
Let me read these supers while Wasted takes his heart medicine. Salute to Orlando. Didn't Abram knock himself out in a home game? I believe he ran into that. Remember, it was that thing on that cart. It was on the sideline. He ran into a cart, and he was pretty fucked up. Orlando. Salute to you, man. Salute to Old School once again. I'm still waiting for Darius Hayward Bay to develop.
Yeah, man, I don't want to hear that shit no more. We're going to develop Darius Hayward Bay. He's a sneaky good pick. He's faster than Michael Crabtree.
So Wasted, who do we blame here? Obviously, like it's the obvious answer, but who are we fucking blaming for this draft pick then? And again, it's 2 weeks in. It is what it is at this point. I'm not even going to get worked up over this shit. But who's to blame for that 7th overall draft pick then?
Bro, I blame
you, Hammer. You. Look, God said, "Oh, you want a free flight to Dallas? Guess what's going to happen? Your player that gets drafted is going to shit the bed. So you're going to get a free flight, but it's going to look very, very bad in your, you know what I mean, on your side of things. So it was your fault. You're the one that did it. You put in the universe. You said we're drafting Tyree Wilson at 7, and we drafted him. They listened to you, Hammer. It is all Hammer.
No. If they listen to me, they would have hired me already, and I guarantee I would have made a lot more better fucking personnel decisions than they have in the last 20 plus years. Shout out to JR65 on the $5. Sorry to add salt to the wound, but even Warren Sapp had character issues during the draft time, and yeah.
Salute. Hey, so real quick, salute to James as well. Now it's time to dump on Mayer. Laporta in Detroit, yes, he's been doing pretty good for me. Has 5 receptions in both of his first 2 games. But that's not really, I don't think you can speak too much on Mayer. Let's not dump on him. Dump on the play caller. Get the tight ends involved.
They're not even throwing the ball to him, bro.
No, or Hooper. They're not getting their tight ends involved. Where's Jesper Horsted? They're not getting any of these guys involved.
Just Jesper horse shit this year, and it's not even their problem. It's more of
somebody clip that.
Did you say Jesper horse shit? Yo, that shit is Comedy Central, bro. No.
I just don't understand. Look, it could have been where the owner could have lightly finagled them, but the thing is that even if he said, "Yo, we can't get Jalen Carter,"
yeah,
why would you draft this fucking bum? Why? Like, why not Christian Gonzalez? You clearly need a corner, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know who makes the decisions. They say it's David Ziegler. Clearly, the coach and they're lock and step, right? Yeah. This is not a Christian Barrymore situation.
Randy, we're not freaking out. We're the most optimistic Raider fans in the world. We know it's week 2. We're not giving up. Trust me. 2 of us are flying to Vegas to go to the game this weekend. If we were giving up, we wouldn't be spending thousands of dollars to go fly to watch this team if we were, you know.
Yo, I'm not giving up on the season. What I'm saying is that even if Tyree Wilson develops, I hope he does. I'm not shitting on him in a way where I don't think he'll ever be anything. What I'm saying is that what needs to stop is if you're at the top of the draft, you better make goddamn well sure that kid makes an impact as soon as he walks through the building. You see the Patriots? That kid is making an impact this year, not 2, 3, 4 years down the line.
Wait. Like, do you feel some type of way right now with Jacorian Bennett being our starting corner?
You know what? If you had a chance to get Christian Gonzalez, yes.
Hey, you guys want to talk about one more draft bust? Salute to JPA Football. They just sent me a message in my DM. Shout out to my dog, Nick. I didn't see that Nick was the one reporting it. He works over at Blue Wire. That's my dog. He's from the New York area. Raiders fan calls out former Raiders player Keith McGill. This was a guy that I thought had it all. The measurables, big body corner out of Utah, right? For scamming him out of $850 for tickets to the Raiders Steelers game. He says he bought the tickets as a gift for a close friend who was a huge Steelers fan. He says that McGill sent him one of the tickets. Then he later got an email saying that the one ticket he received was no longer valid. McGill has not answered him since.
Yo.
Raiders! Ray! What the fuck? Oh, yo, real quick. Let me get these supers in before we talk about this. Shout out to JPA Football for sending me that crazy-ass tweet. Raider Nice, man, my dog. We all know JMD is taking a right tackle with next year's draft. We need DTs like crazy, but Josh wanted to go right tackle this year. He just took before our pick. Now, let me say this. Our right tackle is actually looking really good right now. And once again, I talked to Illuminor this morning, and I sent him this stat. I sent him that stat right there, right? No tackle has pass blocked as much as Jermaine Illuminor, 54 snaps, without giving up a single sack, hit, or a hurry. I said, you and Colton are killing it right now, brother. Keep going. He said, that's dope as fuck. Huge test this weekend. He's like, I can't wait. So I don't know if you want, I know he's on a 1-year deal, right? And I don't know if they're going to pay him to come back. If he cleans up the penalties and can get through this season without all those false start penalties, maybe they bring him back. But I think they drafted Mumford to be the guy at right tackle in the foreseeable future. But I could be wrong, Raider Nice, but I don't think he goes right tackle.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now, right? What they need to do is they need to take their Mumford and put him at guard because let me tell you something, man. Greg Van Rotten or Roten or Scrotum, Greg Van Scrotum. Listen, this guy's been getting lifted up and pallet jacked like a little. He's getting carried. He's getting carried like a little papoose, and
he had a bad game.
Jimmy Garoppolo's lap. He sucks.
He had a bad game. He had a phenomenal game week 1. He had a terrible one week 2. Let's give him a few more weeks to figure it out.
Wait a minute. Thing could be said about Parham last week, bro.
Oh, Parham has been shit.
Like, Parham's been shit.
You and I had this conversation the other day when you were like, "Yo, I'd much rather have Parham at center." Like, okay, so kick him to center and take Van Rotten, move him to left guard, put Mumford at right guard.
Greg Van Rotten crotch.
Salute to JT. That's a funny ass picture of Josh, bro. Hi guys, what are you doing? Salute to old school. Hammer went to Mayock's summer draft seminar.
Okay. I definitely got more of a brain than that dumb fuck.
Salute to Steven as well. Great show. Some days better than others, but wasted is a fool. Peacemaker incoming. Salute to Steven and salute to Eris, Damon Arnett, and Ruggs. Enough said.
Again, this current front office did not draft those two, so not our monkey, not our circus.
You see, bro, McGill stole more than that from the team for his efforts.
I'm so done with you.
It would definitely come out right before a big game. First home game. Let's just drop some more shit on the Raider fan base and yeah, man. That's actually comedy.
You know what's funny? Like I wrote an article, it's coming out tonight. We talk about Greg Van Roten, right? And I understand why they did what they did with Greg Van Roten. You know, Alex Bars, even though his PFF numbers are horrendous from last year, right? His efficiency numbers are horrendous. There was an uptick in this offense when we put him in and we decided to commit to the run and be a run-first team. He's a better run blocker, supposedly, but the numbers don't say that, right? So when you see Greg Van Roten's numbers, you're like, okay, he has like a – what's up? Go ahead, man.
No, my bad, bro. He scammed my homie Nick. So he scammed the homie. I thought he was talking about a specific – because Nick's not a Raider fan. So JPA had a weird – they said it was a Raider fan. He's not a Raider fan. He's actually a Giants fan. He's a New York fan. But he bought some tickets for one of his Pittsburgh guys, I guess, and he got scammed. So I'm definitely going to share this. Salute to my dog, Nick. Yeah, that's some bullshit, man. So my bad, bro.
Yo, hey, let me ask you a question. When he scammed you, did he tell you that he was a Nigerian prince?
Look. The inbox is right here.
No, I'm just saying. He said, I am a Nigerian prince with tickets to the Steelers game.
I know what you're talking about. Paid, sent over the ticket when you get the chance, bro. Keith McGill, will do. Let me know when you plan on sending it. Yes, sir. I got you covered. Circling back on this. Have two more people to take care of, and then you're in there. Sorry. It's just the one I'm trying to wait for the odd number, but I got you. I don't know what that means, but sounds good, man. Just let me know, please, when you're sending. Gonna swing it before the game, I hope. Laugh out loud. What's good, bro? Nothing. And then he got this email saying, we regret to inform you that your tickets for the Raiders and Steelers game are invalid. You will not be allowed entry into the game without a valid ticket. Bullshit.
Yo, that's
hey, Nick, man, I'm sorry that one of my former players scammed you, man. Wait a minute, man. He played for Jack Del Rio. Man, don't worry about it. Hey, look, man. Look, if it's any consolation, man, listen. I got 2 tickets to the Universal Circus, man. You interested?
The Universal Soul Circus?
Yeah, man, they're going to have people jumping around. They're going to be playing Jersey club music, man. It's going to be awesome.
Yo, salute to Gru. Salute to James. Jesper horse shit. I ain't stopped laughing yet. Salute to John.
Be in my head the rest of the season.
I know, bro. Put the O-line back to last year. It worked. Tell stupid Graham to run some man and blitzes. Tell JMD to run plays geared to our players' strengths.
Hey, man, you ever hear Spider Y2 Banana? Would it kill you to run it one time?
Salute to King 85. The problem with Jimmy as our quarterback is we all know his deficiencies with the deep ball. SF way around it was having yak monsters to make up for the short passes. We're not built like that. I think Devontae is a monster in
Hell yeah.
terms of yak. Hunter Renfrow is too, if you can find him in space. You know what I mean? So I think we have the right guys for it, King. We just got to get them the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Hammer.
No. I'm fixing the camera because the shit was doing that movement shit, so I had to shut it off.
Nah, but I think we have the proper, the right personnel to do it. Don't get me wrong. The Niners did have, Brandon Ayuk, who's a monster, Debo, monster, Kittle, monster, but it's still early. We don't even know. We haven't even got the tight ends involved yet. Fucking Pro Bowl Hunter Renfrow has 1 reception in 2 games. So we don't really know yet. You know what I mean? Look, this is not a Jimmy G problem. This is a Josh McDaniels problem. You got to figure out what it is you're doing in terms of play calling. We know what Jimmy G is, you guys. We know he is a glorified bridge quarterback to hopefully Aiden O'Connell because maybe he's the guy. We don't know yet. But we know he's just holding that seat for the next man. We know he's not the guy. But Josh has to figure out a way to play to his strength, to coach to his strengths. Simple and plain. It is what it is. Salute to King 85, man. Yeah, salute to Gruden once again, man, for his appearance, man. That shit's hilarious. Salute to everybody in the building. You guys wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. I know we're probably over like 1,000 people in the chat right now. Salute to you guys. Definitely, man, for rocking with us today. We're not gonna be able to do a show before Sun. Oh, you know what? Maybe me and Hammer will be able to do. We'll do one in Vegas. We're actually going live at Blue Wire with Mitch, Marquette King, and those guys. So we'll do one more show before. But real quick, I want to say this. Real fast. What are some predictions, you guys? Because I got to get out of here picking my sons in about 10 minutes.
I got to go back to school, mate.
Yeah, real quick. Predictions score-wise. Let's hear it. And to be real with you, I don't even want to do this too much more this year because this shit is it's like
I'm not doing it. Y'all give y'all prediction because every time I give a prediction, we get kicked in the ass. I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna go 27-17. Or 28-17, I'm sorry.
138-4. The Steelers are going to get 2 safeties.
What you gotta have? I really don't even want to like put up a score, but I'm just gonna say, 28. I like that the one person that shot the Jamba Juice. He caught. He said, "But what team though?" Graphk.
30-17 Raiders.
28-17. I got our Raiders. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Yeah, we'll be definitely breaking this game down a lot more. Waste is going to be the lone shark, holding down Shieldmore this weekend. I know Big Mike's going to be traveling out of the country, I believe. Me and Ham are going to be in Vegas. Oh no, is Mike leaving this weekend? I don't think he's leaving this weekend. I think he's leaving soon. But I think he's going to be out of town or something. So I don't know what's going on with Big Mike. Maybe he is going to be active, but he's going to be holding it down for the lives, you guys. Me and Hammer will be live at least once Saturday from Blue Wire Studios. So stay tuned with that, and we'll break this down more once we get the final injury report and all that other good stuff. I mean, you guys got anything else to say on the way out?
You guys are going. I've been on an hour? I could do like another half hour if anybody wants to jump on over to Raider Holy Moly's Donut Shop, aka Raider Nation News Today, and we'll open up the vault line for a little bit.
I just got your text.
I don't want to be back. We won't be like Graphk just said. We won't be live till probably this weekend. It's probably going to be the only time we're live this weekend. So if you guys want to jump on over to Raider Nation News Today for a little bit more, we'll open up the vault line. You guys can call on in.
All right. So if everybody wants to, man, jump over there to Hammer's channel and jump in and make them calls. My apologies, you guys, for not being able to do the call-in show this week. I got a lot going on. I got my kids. My wife is out of town with family. I got the kids by myself. So it's so much shit going on right now. But real quick on the way out, salute to Addicted to Profit. Steelers D is overrated. They are 30th in yards, 32nd in run D. Just don't turn it over like Watson the bum did. Salute to Addicted to Profit. The thing is they make plays. You know what I mean? Like statistically, their defense looks like shit, but they've made plays. They've showed that they got playmakers. They got TJ Watt that can get to the quarterback. They create turnovers. That's the difference, between defenses. Our defense has not been proven to do either, put pressure on the quarterback or turn the ball over. So hopefully that changes this weekend as we face Kenny Pickett in year 2, and he looks like shit up to this point. Najee Harris has not been able to run the ball effectively at all. And like we said before, Deontay Johnson will not be playing. So they have Pickens out there. Don't get me wrong. He's a dog, probably going to be a top 10 wide receiver in the league for years, but they don't really have too many other weapons like that, outside of that. They have, what's the corner? They have a few, I always mess his name up. What is it? Fryermuth?
Fryermuth.
Fryermuth.
Yeah.
However you say it, but they got him as well, and they're going to utilize him also.
Real quick, I want to say something to somebody in the chat. I am invited to Hammer Show. I can't go. I have to go to back to school night, because if it was not that, we would be doing the call-in show, and Kissel would be showing up there, teaser.
And speaking of school, I got to go pick mine up right now. I don't want to be late. Shout out to my brother Hammer for pulling up on the show today too, because we made up for not doing our show tonight. Hammer's going to keep this stuff going, you guys. Sure. Jump over to his channel right now and get your calls in. Salute to my brother Wasted, as always. And whether you're watching on whatever channel, it doesn't matter. Hit the subscribe button on all 3 channels, you guys. We're going to have some fun this weekend. For anyone that is in the Las Vegas area, come kick it with me and Hammer. Not Wasted. Fucking bum. Come kick it with me and Hammer. Hey, Mitchell. Hey, you know what's crazy? Wasted. Mitchell Rams will be there. Raider Cody will be there. We're going to see oops. Damn, like, wow.
Oh, wow. Look,
My
you know
God.
what? Look, I'm about to explode now, because a whole bunch of dudes are going to be in Las Vegas. Fucking F you guys.
The only one that's not going to be there. Shout out to my dog Federo, man. Hit me up, King. Hit me up. Shout out to my brother.
Like, nah, man, it sucks I can't make it out there, but hey, man, family first. Bro, listen, you guys enjoy yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And like I always say, man, yesterday's price is not today's price. I'm gone.
And come together like butt cheeks. Salute to
Wasted.
And salute to everybody
tomorrow,
else.
bro.
Yeah, all love. Wipe them feet on the way out, you guys. Hit that subscribe button. And you know what time it is, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
So, here you guys.
That's what I'm talking about.